friends, welcome back to my channel. Sass here. I'm here to do a review of 90 Day Fiancé the Other Way. How many more episodes do we have left, y'all? How many more episodes do we have left? And are we going to do a reunion too? Child, they have stretched out this season, child. And I apologize for not putting it up yesterday. Y'all, I had 2 appointments and yesterday was a mess for me. I was all over the place. And when I finally got back to watch the episode, I was like, okay, if I get back in time, I'll just upload it late. Child, when I started watching this episode, honey, I got so frustrated with this episode. It got on my nerves. Everybody got on my nerves. It's the same old repetitive thing. Same old thing. I just was like, I'm not putting this up. I will just put it up tomorrow. So, here I is. Did y'all think this episode was boring, long, tired, repetitive? The same old thing. What more is there to talk about? See, this is why this season is too long. Child, let me shut up and let me get into it. First, let's talk about Texas Tim and Melyza. This is going to be short, y'all. Short. What don't we know? What don't we know? It's the same thing. He cheated. She still is upset. She can't trust him. Bottom line, she can't trust him. She can't let it go. And then he finds out that when they were broken up, she was seeing other people. He upset by that. He's telling his mama all this. Okay? Because his mama and his auntie's in town. So he's telling his mama all this. And so she's like, you sure this is what y'all want to do? Because, see, you don't have any trust with each other. If you don't have trust, why are you still together, child? So he was like, when she was seeing other people out of hurt. Well, what did you think she's supposed to do, Tim? What do you think she's supposed to do? You cheated on her. You broke that trust. Okay? So she went and she got her some booty elsewhere. What, she's supposed to stay in her house, stay in her room all the time, pining over you? Boy, if y'all don't go somewhere and sit down. So he's feeling some type of way about this, as we know, because we have been hearing this since the season started. Well, now there's another issue, okay? He don't have a job, okay? And in order for him to have the process go a little bit quicker, they could get married. But honey, we know Melyza ain't ready to marry him because she's not over it. Just like the mama said, you keep bringing it up and throwing it in each other's faces, you're never going to have a relationship. And that is exactly what is happening. You got to let it go. When you choose to take someone back after cheating, you have to let it go. If not, it will eat you alive. And this is what happens. You will always throw it up in their face. It will always be a chip on your shoulder. So he's going on and on. And guess what happens? Honey, he done got to crying. The mama done got to crying. Stop flying, child. I said, Lord, not the mama crying too. So it's time for the mama and the auntie to leave. And then guess what happens, y'all? Melyza and Tim go see another counselor. Didn't he just see a counselor about this? Now they're going to go see a counselor as a couple. What was it about, y'all? Trust, cheating, trust, cheating, trust, cheating, trust, cheating. But Tim has something else on the plate, child. Tim said, listen, let's forget about the cheating for a minute. Okay, this relationship is already strained. I might as well throw another loophole in it. I ain't got no job. I've been trying to get a job, but it's been hard. Okay? It'll move a little quicker. We got married, but we know Melyza said hell no to that. So, my savings are, I'm running through that. And I have my job back in the United States, but they're not going to hold that forever. So I'm thinking now I may have to go back home. Now, he didn't bother telling Melyza this behind closed doors. He waits until he gets in front of that counselor. Did y'all see how she looked at him? She was like, Now, I know you didn't just break this to me in front of this stranger. Why can you tell me this? So guess what happens, y'all? She's upset about that. I'm ending this, y'all. I'm ending it with these two. I am ending it with these two. Bottom line is, Texas Tim, take your butt home. You should have got on that plane with your mom and your auntie. Because obviously, you two are not willing to work out. I don't care how many counselors you talk to. I don't care how long you analyze this did this with this and that. Unless you are willing to move on. Say bye. And cut it out. Y'all, they are draining. I know that's bad. Look, I'm all for love. I'm all for love. But these two? No. It's time for Texas Tim to get on the plane and go home. That's it. Because Melyza said to herself, we're going to have another long distance relationship. How are we going to survive that? We can't even survive living together. Hers is trust. You think she's going to trust you back into United States? Oh, bye. And you ain't going to trust her because you still steaming that she had a little bump when y'all was broken up. That's it, y'all. I'm done. I'm done with Tim and Melyza. Let's move on. Let's do another quickie, okay? Let's talk about June and Devin, child. It's time for her parents to come. Split ends is making an appearance, child. And here's Devin. She was like, I'm so worried about my mom. I wonder if she's going to accept June after the whole, Drusilla run into traffic incident. First of all, we already done discussed this, friends. It wasn't June's fault. Split Ends just lost herself. She was totally out of line. Totally out of line to talk to that boy like that. She threatened that boy. What she should come with is an apology. Talk about she's still upset with him. Stop. Won't you be upset with some VO5? That's what you need to be. That's what you need to do. Get upset with some VO5. Put it in your hair. Put it on them split ends. Helpful. So, of course, June. He's worried. He's scared of her. He was like, I'm a little, afraid of her because, what went down last time. I know she don't like me. But Devin said, listen, in order for us to get married, everybody got to get along. So here comes Devin's dad and her sister and Split Ends, and they meet him at the airport. They're in the car. The dad seemed cool. Why is it that it's always the dads that seem cool? The mom's the one that cut a shine. And so here's Devin's mom. I don't really know how I feel about June. I mean, Devin makes it seem like that he's doing okay, but I gotta I gotta see about it before I approve of this. Approve of what? What you gonna approve of? What you gonna approve of, Split Ends? They're already married. They're already married. So what are you gonna approve of? Child, if these people don't go so well. So anyway, that's that. That's that about June and Devin. Let's move on. I told y'all I'm not wasting no time with this foolishness. Alright, let's talk about Jiggle That Jenny and Sumit. Y'all know the Rona hit, child. And they have been locked down with each other 24/7. But they have lifted the lockdown. Of course, you have to use the precautions, the mask and the gloves, and you still have to be cautious, but they have lifted. You can move around. And then they use some type of, what was it called, y'all? Sanitized cords that you wear around your neck, and then it will help prevent or stop the virus? The card's supposed to do that. Child, bye. All right then. Well, okay. Move on from that. But they got bigger things to worry about. They got the Rona, okay? But we all know it is marriage, 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 marriage. That is all there is to talk about. Okay? We know Jigglenet, honey. She wants to marry this man. All right? Because, see, if she don't, she's going to have to go back home. Her visa will expire. And we know Sumit. Sumit is all about his parents. Okay? No matter what happens, he needs to talk to his parents first. And plus, he hesitating a little bit. Did y'all notice that? Jigglenet did, honey. So it's time for them to go see a lawyer, a marriage lawyer, so they can get some advice about this whole mess, all right? And so Jenny was like, listen, if there is a chance for us to speed this up a little bit, heck, we already going to New Delhi. Is that what she said, y'all? She said, I can't be going to New Delhi all the time. We can't be wasting time like this. We are in a pandemic. We got a deadly virus going on. We can't be going back and forth. If there is a chance for us to register to get married, we need to do it. Here comes Sumit. Let's just see what the lawyer says first. I mean, we don't even know what he gonna say. We don't even know coulda, woulda, shoulda. I mean, he was stumbling over his own tongue. The more he talked, the more bigger his tongue got, child, honey. He was hesitating, all kinds of stuff, honey. And Jenny was like, why are you tripping? This is why I'm here. This is why we having this ring ceremony. What's wrong with you? Why are you hesitating? Something going on here? What's the problem? Why are you shuffling your feet? I ain't playing with you. Do you know what I had to give up? She didn't say all that, but she should have. So it's time to go see the lawyer. And guess what, Joe? They went through all this rigmarole. And really, the lawyer says the only thing you have to do is go to a temple and show your love, and you can go ahead and get your little registration for your marriage. Your little marriage license, you can get married tomorrow. Excuse me. You mean to tell me all this time you think it's a process? See, there is a process. See, there's two ways you can get married. There's the long process that's expensive, or it's the one that you go to the temple that's inexpensive. Excuse me, Sumit. You mean to tell me you couldn't tell Jenny that? Jenny was like, are you crazy? You mean to tell me we've been doing all this shoulda, woulda, coulda, and we could have done this, go to the temple and, just show up our love? Now, I'm looking at Sumit. Did y'all see Sumit? I'm thinking to myself, Sumit, why didn't you just do this to begin with? Why didn't you tell Jenny? Jenny said she was pissed off. I don't blame her. Sumit knew what he was doing. He knew it was another way they could get that little marriage license or register their marriage or whatever. It's a quicker, easier, simpler way. He knew that. He hesitated. He shuffling his feet. So technically, they can get married tomorrow. See how that works? So we know Jenny. She is happy about this, honey. Because again, she don't want her visa to run out, and this is the whole reason why she's with Sumit. She wants to get married. And I thought that's what Sumit wanted too, child. He went through a whole lot to get. He went through a whole lot to get through that divorce, child. Don't you want to marry her, Sumit? And the parents can't object. So what's the problem? Well, of course, Sumit, he still wants his parents' approval. he thinks that they really just going to wake up one day and say, you know what, son? Now, I know Jigglenet Jenny is 103 years old and we can't stand her. But you know what? We woke up this morning and we said, we approve. It's not going to happen. So Jenny is like, listen, I'm ready to get married. We can get married tomorrow. Let's do this. I'm about it. What are you doing? And so here he goes. I need to talk to my parents. I need to tell my parents. Jenny was like, excuse me. No. Sumit said, listen, okay, it is our way. I have to tell them. Even though they may disagree or disapprove, I still need to tell them because they're my parents. It's a certain way we have to do things. And Jenny was like, why? They're not going to give approval. They're going to say no. Let's just leave your family out of this. It's me and you, Bonnie and Clyde, right? Your parents can't stand me. So Sumit, he was like, I just need to go talk to him. I need to go talk to him. So of course Jenny, she's frustrated. So we have Sumit's brother and his new wife coming to visit. A whole lot of family going on. So, of course, they're having small talk, and they just broke the news, okay? Sumit says, listen, we're going to have a ring ceremony. Honey, when I tell you that brother and that sister-in-law, you could have knocked them over with a feather. Honey, they were like, excuse me. You're going to have a ring ceremony? And Jeannie says, yeah, y'all can come if you want it. We're doing it tomorrow. They were shocked. They were so shocked by this. They were like, oh my God, you are kidding me. And then the brother's like, you know, Mom and Dad don't approve this. They don't like Jenny. They're never going to approve this. She old. Oh my God. Of course, here comes Sumit. Sumit was like, this is where you come in. I need your help. Honey, that brother said, that's it. Okay, I'm tired of this. All right, you already know our culture, our tradition. Mom and Dad don't like her. They will never approve of this. Okay, so you go ahead and have your ring ceremony. You go ahead and get engaged. You go ahead and get married and let the chips fall where they may. I'm out of it. My name Bennett ain't in it. So here comes Jenny Chow. Honey, Jiggle Neck had a full box. Oh, Lord, cried. Snot fly child. She said, oh, my God. Why can't I have love? Oh, my God. Why can't I have love? I love him. I can't help it if I'm 203 years old. I can't help it if I'm dried up like a prune. I can't help it, but I have love. We love each other. We love each other. Let me leave that woman alone, child. Honey, Jenny did the ugly cry, honey. And did y'all see the sister-in-law? Child, that sister-in-law was like this. Jesus on the main line, tell him what you want. Jesus on the main line, tell him. Lord, honey, I bet you she was like, if we don't get up and get out of here, what do they bring here? What are these snacks? You come trying to ease us with these little, what is it, berries and nuts and some stale crackers. Honey, with news like that, we need a full meal. Let me leave him alone. A mess. And we see what happens next week, child. Sumit has a full-blown breakdown. Honey, he throwing things. He is begging. response to this. Y'all, just a mess. Sumit, do you want to marry Jenny or not? Why go through all this if you didn't want to marry her? Your parents are not going to approve. Deal with it. Just like your brother said, let the chips fall where they may. Child, let's move on. Child, this ain't going to be long. Let's talk about Kenneth and Armando, child. Now, as you know, they got denied. They got denied, so they are on their way to the marriage license office to pick up the denial letter so they can take it to the human rights office, because the human rights office will fight for them to get married. Are we caught up? We caught up. So, Armando, it was cute. He was trying to explain to Hannah, you know, what's going on, and Hannah was like, oh, Jiminy Crickets. She was like, oh no, oh no, oh no, them dirt bags. She's so cute. Well, anyway, they get to the office, and honey, did you see how Hannah was looking at that woman? Hannah was like, just give me 15 more years. I'm going to come back and I'm going to find you. I'm going to punch you right there, right here, right here, right here. You see what you're doing to my daddies? Let me look at your face. Honey, Hannah was not here for her. Hannah was like this. Just give me about 15 more years. I hope you're still working here. So, she hands Armando the letter, and Kenneth is like, what it say? What it say? Why we get denied? And honey, when I tell you that letter was horrible. That letter was so terrible. The reason why they were denied is because they were in a homosexual relationship, and they see it as not being a human thing to do. They said that they're trying to keep the human species intact. Excuse me. They said that it's, you know, man and woman. Not two men, not two women. It's man and woman in marriage. See, homosexuality is not human, according to people in Mexico. I guess they see them as animals. Oh man, that would have tipped me. Oh my God, y'all see, Kenneth had every right to be upset. Kenneth and Armando had every right to be upset. That was absolutely terrible how they worded that. Like they're not human. Like Kenneth and Armando was like, we're human. We are human. But that letter made it seem like that there's some type of aliens or something. Absolutely horrible. That would have hurt my feelings so bad that then I would have tore that office up. But anyway, they kept their composure, okay? They had the letter, and now they are on their way to the Human Rights Office to see if, you know, the Human Rights Office can fight for them. Child, it's just a mess. It's just a mess. Because, see, in order for Kenneth to get a job, he needs residency. Okay? He can't work without, you know, proving that he got somewhere to stay. I do have a feeling they're going to get married, though. I do have a feeling. Come on, Human Rights Office. Do what you need to do. Get these men married. Get them married. Let's move on. You all, what more do Yazan have to do? I just want to know, what more does Yazan have to do to please Brittany? Let's go down the checklist. He disobeyed his family. He moved out, got a place of his own. Meanwhile, he was homeless for a while. Y'all remember that, eating those kibbles and bits? Okay. He got him a job, got several jobs, got him a little barber shop. Did I mention he went against his family? And when that happened, his daddy threatened to hurt this boy. Brittany, she done showed up and showed out. She only been there a day. She done went to a food market, boobs hanging out. She done went to a bar, cut a shine. She done got towed up from the floor up drunk. Her friend is trying to, talk to her. Okay. Be some words of wisdom there. Be a friend that you need. But honey, it didn't work. Honey, Brittany is towed up. She outside doing the robot. The friend said, is this what you're going to be doing when your man pull up, child? I guess. So here comes Yazan picking them up. All right. The friend like, hey, how you doing? I'm Angela. He was like, hey, I'm Yazan. Here is Brittany. He was like, oh, Lord. She half naked and she drunk. He was like, look, it's cold. Cover up. It's cold. Cover up. She was like, ha, 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 ha. I was like, if you don't go somewhere, give us some water. So he was like, listen, okay, I want to show you my barber shop. So he was proud to show Brittany that because he's trying to show her how much he loves her. He done gave up a lot for you, girl. So they go to the barber shop. It's real cute. Even Brittany said, this cute. Okay, all right, I like it. Then Brittany drunk said, talking about, I want to cut your hair. So she's fumbling and done cut off his hair. It was a mess. Honey, the friend said, I don't know what's going on. I'm in the twilight zone. This is a mess. What is going on here? Exactly, friend. What is going on? So Brittany is sitting there talking to Yazan. Yazan said, listen, I'm ready to get married. Okay? I'm ready to get married. I love you. Look at what all I have done for you. He just want to marry this girl. He's doing everything he can to get this girl to marry him. Here's Brittany. Well, he's making, the right steps, but who knows? I mean, we've been through this before. His parents get in his ear and then he does other things. I just don't trust it yet. Brittany, I'm going to need for you to trip and fall. Because maybe if you bust your head, you will get some clarity. What's wrong with her? Yeah, I don't get it. Now I just know this has to be an act. This has to be an act. Because what woman would see that a man is doing all he could do to please her? She's doing the opposite. What woman does that? I just can't believe this. I can't believe it. Even the friend. The friend is like, what is going on with you? I haven't seen anything that he's done that's been bad. So it's the next day and it's time for her to see the apartment. She's still thinking about some things. She's still not sure about this. Even after Yazan has said everything that he has done everything. They go to the apartment real cute. It's real cute. There's some little water in the bathroom, but child, that's all right. That can be fixed. So he's like, listen, let's sit down, let's talk. There's things we need to talk about. Look at what all I've done. And so she was like, do I have to convert? He was like, no, you don't have to convert. That's cool. But I do want to marry you. I want to marry you. And so she was like, okay, well, like what time period? And what did he say, a month or was it a year? Whatever. But he's still giving her time. Because she says that she needs time. They need to get to know each other. Excuse me, how long have y'all been dating? A couple of years? You have been over there several times and now you need time to think about it? She a whole fool. So then he was like, you gonna stay over? I got 2 bedrooms. Because she wanted to cuddle. And he was like, when we married, we could cuddle. And so then she was like, no, I don't want to stay. I stay in the hotel, because I don't like getting my feet wet. Then he tells her, or he tries to explain the situation with his family. She's still talking about, you need to tell your family about, us being together, me not converted. I mean, she's still pushing that on him. Okay, he says that's fine. I'll tell my parents, but there's consequences. And so he tries to tell her about something that may go down. Dangerous. Threats have been made. And he was like, do you understand me? And she was like, no. Pump the brakes. If my man was sitting across from me and he used the word dangerous, what am I going to do, friends? Dangerous in Arabic culture, Muslim culture, dangerous. Honey, I tried to Google that. Did you see how this man looking at you, Brittany? This man's scared. He is sacrificing literally his life to be with you. Child, absolutely not. Foolish. So then he was like, listen, I can't explain it to you, so I'm going to have to get someone to explain it to you. She was like, cool. Yo, Brittany need to take her tail home. I don't even want Yazan with Brittany. I don't want Yazan with Brittany. I am Team Yazan. I said, she just acted silly. Just silly. Last and certainly least, child, on B. They getting on my nerves, y'all. Whew. So we have her parents there. And all said the only thing they've been doing, her and B, is arguing. Fussing and fighting, child. Fussing and fighting. And she tired of it. Okay? And she don't want this type of energy right now. Because she wants her parents to like B. She wants her parents to see that, hey, they doing okay. They don't have to worry about them. That they handling things. Okay, well, it's time. It's time to sightsee, child. And honey, when I tell you All's daddy said, now listen, I ain't much for traveling, and I am shocked by these conditions. Why everything looks so run down? Poverty level, child. High poverty level. Everything just look beat down. He says, I'm concerned. I'm concerned about how everything... If my grandchild is going to live here, where he going to play? In the street next to a stranded cow that just walks around? Or there's some type of stray cat or a dog? Or what's going on here? He going to play hopscotch near 3 layers of trash? Like, I don't understand here. Honey, Oz daddy was confused, honey. He wasn't with it. He says, this is shocking. Okay? Again, honey, Google. You can just look it up, child. Anyway, so B comes across this vendor or this guy who has live chickens. And he was like, listen, this is what we can have for dinner tonight. We can have chicken. We ain't even got to go to Kroger. We got a chicken right here. And so, here comes B. Here comes all. I was like, oh yeah, Mama said you're going to have to wash your hands, after all this. And so, All's mom was like, no, I don't want to see this. What are you doing? I ain't trying to see this. And so, B is talking to the chicken killer. He was like, that was good. Go ahead and handle it. Do what you gotta do. And so, All's mom is like, he gonna kill the chicken. And so, All said he ain't killing no chicken. The mama said, yeah, he is. All said, no. B. Now, this is what B said. B said that he's trying to make a good impression. He's trying to make a good impression in front of, all's parents. Because, see, that's the culture. That's what they do. Okay? And he says that he's a little embarrassed. And let me just say this. You ain't killing no chicken in front of me. Now, I don't know how y'all roll. This is just me. This is my opinion. If my parents are there, and we on the side of a road of Ethiopia, you think I want my parents to see somebody wring a chicken's neck and then cut it off? Because see, that's what they do. They wring his neck and then they cut it off. No, that's not sightseeing I want to see. Child, first they had the slaughter on the front porch and now you trying to wring a chicken's neck. Look, I'm all about culture. Okay? I get it. But I don't want to see it. Okay, wait till we leave and then come back and get the chicken. You clean it, you glut it, you pluck it, I'll cook it. I'll cook the chicken. But I don't want to see it being slaughtered. Child. That's your impression, I guess so, child. So it's time to show them the apartment. And see, ours parents brought all kinds of stuff, child. I mean stuff, all right? Stuff they need for the baby. They brought all's clothes. I mean, they just brought all kinds of stuff. So inside of the apartment, look, it's small. It is small. But hey, it's better than what they was. Y'all remember that apartment that was under construction? Honey, anything's better than that. So it's small, and so the parents wasn't impressed. And the parent says, listen, okay, this ain't working out. You got all this stuff that we done brought. You ain't gonna be able to live here. Ain't enough room. Okay? What's happening here? What you gonna do? What we gonna have to do to get you into a bigger apartment? And so, all was like, listen, bigger places is more expensive. We just ain't got it right now. Okay? He's shaking his tail for pennies. We ain't got it. And so here comes All's parents says, what can we do to make this happen? How much can we give you? We are willing to help you financially. Y'all can't stay here. It's too small. So All's mama said, how much you make a night? And so B was like, well, I don't get a set price. See, one night I may make $500. One night I may make $400. One night I might make $200. Who knows? It's not a steady amount. Okay? And so she says, oh no. Okay? Something needs to be done. Alright? Something needs to be done. And we are here to help you, but we just need to know how much to give you. Do we need to give you $3,000, $4,000, $5,000? She didn't say that, but she's just calculating in her hand. And here comes All. All says, and listen, my parents need to understand, okay? He is an artist. Y'all know that quote, starving artist. Okay, he's an artist, and they don't make a whole lot of money. Okay? Now, All says she support him. She support him shaking his tail feather for pennies. She support that. Well, R, if you support that, you don't complain. You support him shaking his groove things for pennies. You don't complain when he's out there for hours at a time. You don't complain when he works 6-7 days a week. You don't complain when he ain't there with the baby helping you. Because, see, you support his career. Starving artist, right? Now, B, this is on you. Your turn. While you trying to impress All's parents, see, this would have been a perfect time for you to impress them. Did y'all hear B turn down this money? Did you hear B say, I got this? If I have to go get me a full-time job with benefits and shake my tail feather for pennies, that's what I do. I don't want your money. I'm here to take care of my family, not out here living some fantasy land like I'm going to be the next Did you hear him say that? Because I sure didn't. That's how you impress all's parents. See, that's how you would impress me if that was my daughter. Turn me down. No, did he say that, y'all? Hello? Did he say that? No, he didn't say it. He's going to take that money because he wants to continue to shake his booty for pennies and be around beautiful women. Let's just call a thing a thing. So, it's time to meet up with them sisters. So they meet up with the sisters, okay? And point blank, bottom line, honey, them sisters says, listen, your daughter got a temper. Your daughter up here cut the shine. She done made this neighborhood the crazy. See, she done got a name for herself in the neighborhood. The crazy white woman. She loud. She screams at my brother. She out of line. So, of course, here comes the parents, okay? Here comes the mama. The mama said, now listen, I know my daughter got a temper, but the only reason why she cut a shine, she have reasons. She got cause. It's two sides to every story. And my daughter always come on top of that story, honey, so I ain't buying it. So here come the sisters. They keep talking about how, they keep talking about how Oz just cut a shine, all right? And so I was like, listen, it's just me. I'm with the baby all the time. And I don't think that anything is wrong with me asking him, where is he going? Who he been with? The sisters are like, girl, you need to just, bring it down a notch. And then that one sister says, you need to calm down. Now, let me say this. Let's say the roles was reversed. Let me use myself for an example. Let's say I was in Sweden. And I was with a white man. And I done met up with his white sisters. And I was being me. And I was a loud black woman in the neighborhood. And she sit across from me and say, you need to calm down. It will be a problem. Especially in front of my parents. You're not going to tell me that I need to calm down. Now, you may not like me, you may not like how I act, but so be it. We're going to have a problem. See, it will not be you going to let your sisters talk to me like that. When all said that to me, I was like, girl, See, it wouldn't be that, because I wouldn't ask that. I would be like, Mom and Dad, let's go. Let's go. Because, see, he would have got the idea. He would have understood what I said and what I meant when I tell my parents to get up and go and we taking that baby too. That's what we gonna do. See, you want me to calm down, I'll show you. I'll leave. And I bet you $1, he gonna be like, now listen here now. Now listen here. So no. No, you're not gonna tell me to calm down. No. So anyway, of course B, he didn't say anything. All right. So they're just going back and forth. And so the parents are like, child, this is a hot mess. There is no way this relationship is working out. This is a mess. So then they brought up baptizing child. Now we know she was brought up in a Jewish home. She's Jewish. So, now they done found out that the baby is going to be baptized. And honey, that daddy said, excuse me, baptized? He said, now I didn't think I was going to be shocked, but I am shocked. You mean to tell me you are baptizing this baby? You're Jewish. You're Jewish. How are you going to baptize this baby? This ain't what you do. This ain't where you're from. And so here is the sister and B. They are just like, oh yes, this is what we do. This is our culture. This baby's getting baptized. And so the parents are just sitting there. And so here comes All. All said, now listen here. Now I feel like I was up against the wall a little bit. B came to me begging like he sweat. He came to me begging, child, damn near in tears, wanting me to baptize this baby. And I thought, hey, I don't believe in hell. I don't think a baby goes to hell. So what's a little, water on his forehead? And so the parents is like, oh my God. What? You have got to be kidding me. And so I was like, oh my goodness. So here comes the whole thing about the baptizing. A mess. Just a whole mess. That's it, y'all. That's all I can give. I am done. Alright? What did you think about this episode? Alright? Y'all know what to do. Leave it down below. Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, friends, bye!